Alright YouTubes, in today's video we're going to be spraying some cheap Chinese fake panels. It's for a BMW Touring, I'm not sure on the year, like the older generation, F series I think. And the parts we're going to paint are some fake BMW M3 wings and a fake BMW M2 front bumper to go on this vehicle. And they ain't too bad to be fair for what they are. So I'll give you a quick look. So we've got two wings, M3 styly. It's for a young lad and he wants to make his car look a bit sportier. They're not bad quality to be fair. They come with all the sort of M3 style grills to go in the recess, flared arches, and he said he's trial fitted them and they fit okay. Yeah, so two wings with some sort of aerosol electrocoat on them. A lot of it's come off now since we prepped them. And this bumper is supposed to be BMW M2 style, but they all fit together and they all fit on his vehicle, so I don't think they look too bad when they're painted. Like I say, the quality is not too bad. I've seen worse, put it that way. It's all a bit squashed, this bumper, and a bit out of shape, but I'm sure once it's fitted up, when we run it for a bait cycle, it may loosen it up a bit and may bring it back into shape. It's probably gone like that from being transported. It's a bit squashed and a bit bowed out, but it does sort of straighten up. And it's a proper plastic on these, which ain't too bad. It's probably better than your fiberglass type, you know, Chinese bumpers and imitation bumpers. So at least it's a proper plastic, and it's got little sensor blanks. So if your car ain't got sensors, it gives you blanks to go in there. And yeah, if you've got headlight washers, then you can use them in it, I suppose. Use your original fittings, and if you haven't, there's blanks to go in there as well. Yeah, it sort of covers all bases, and you know, with it painted, I don't think it looks too bad. Like I say, the wings ain't too bad. You can see there, you know, where they've done finishing off. They're not perfect by any means, and ideally, you know, if you wanted them perfect, you want a 2-pack prime them, probably get all that black, I don't even know if I can call it electrocoat, but get all that off bare metal and get some epoxy and some high build on there and make them, you know, make the little imperfections look good. So you could go that far with them, but the basis of them is there. So they're, you know, we've took out as much as we can, blemish wise. There are going to be some blemishes in this. And the colour is old school BMW 668. So the straight black Swartz or Brilliant Swartz or whatever it's called. And quite an old colour, a few variations in shades, couple of shades, well, one shade is just black tint off the scheme. I don't really like using that one. So he gave me one of the old wings that had a load of previous paint on it, but I've spectroed that, and we're going for a shade that the Spectro picked out. So going to do it in base coat and clear. So there's a few applications to go on this. So I'm going to put half a promoter over that bumper, guarantee a bit of adhesion. Don't trust these primers too much, these cheap Chinese primers. So put half promoter over that bumper, and then I'm going to give it a wet and wet all over, try and get a good layer of wet and wet in there. Just one coat though, get a nice wet layer of wet and wet on there, and that'll be Mipa F37. So Mipa half promoter, adhesion promoter for the bumper, F37 in dark grey over the whole lot, Mipa water base. Clear coat we're going to use is Mipa CC14, their fixed tropic, and just try and get a nice good build of clear coat on there. Just try and make it look as nice as possible, get the best results we can with what we got. He takes a lot of pride in his car. He's a young lad, he loves his car, he's absolutely fanatical about cars. And he's always working on it and tinkering, and I love that. I love the fact that he tinkers on his drive and he's not scared to have a go at stuff. And yeah, he had a bit of an accident in this car and yeah, bent the front a little bit. So it gave him an opportunity, which I love that mindset, opportunity to modify his car. He smashed it, so he's looking for positives with it. Positives, he's gone and bought modification parts for it to mod it, and he said he wants to try and make it a bit like a show car, and you know, all the usual stuff, air ride and all that. He's telling me all the things he wants to do to it, so fair play to him. I'm going to try and give him a nice paint job on these parts. He's been waiting a while for me as well, so he's been really patient with me. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'll just quickly run through spray guns I'm going to use on this. Just go through them quickly with you. If you're not regular to the channel, if you're regular, you're pretty much going to guess, but I'm going to mix it up a little bit, so I've got some options. But if you're regular, you'll know what make of spray gun I'm going to be using. So Sata as normal, and I've been using my X's on most jobs. Most of the videos lately I've been using my new X's. I've got a couple of new additions, a couple of new mini jet 100-year anniversaries, and a new primer gun with a 1.6 100-year anniversary. And believe it or not, you can get the X's in that now, and I'm a bit annoyed because I'd have liked to have the whole lot in the special editions, but it is what it is. I'm not going to get rid of them and get the 100-year ones. So I'm proper waffling today, sorry about that. So I'm going to go, I haven't used these for a while. I've been using my CC on a few jobs, and yeah, sort of fell in love with it a little bit. I've never really got on too well with the CC, but after using the 1.2i setup in my X on the RP, a couple of jobs, yeah, just to mix it up a little bit, I've got the CC out, and yeah, I've been really pleased with it. So I've been enjoying CC. So I'm just going to go back to my 5500s, which I haven't really picked up since I've had these X's, so a good few months. So I'm going to do base coat with a 1.2i HVLP, and because I want it to be quite fast and get quite good about clear coat on this job, I'm going to use my RP, and that's a 1.20, so fast, heavier setup than all these other guns I've got. So that's going to be the clear coat. So that's enough waffling from me. Get the half promoter on there first while that's drying. Want about 10 minutes for that. Mix up the F37 wet and wet. Get that on there, and then while that's drying, mix up the base coat, and then clear coat follows. So that being said, let's get all the paint mixed up and get some paint on it. Alright YouTubes, first video of 2026. So happy new year to everyone that's watching. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for everyone's engagement and watching my content and their comments and likes and opinions throughout the last year. And I hope you found value in my content, maybe learned something. I know I've definitely learned stuff from you guys, from your comments, and I love the fact that we discuss different ways. I show different ways on my channel of stuff that I do, not just the spraying side of things, but the preparation, body repair, and all the other aspects that go along with this job. I absolutely love reading people's comments and, you know, getting people's advice as well. People send me stuff in emails with, you know, products that I can look at and tools, and just the whole overall experience of all of it has a massive positive effect on my life, not just my personal life but my working life as well. It's given me a new zest for my job and my business. It's reignited my passion for painting, for definite. I've never been so passionate, to be honest with you, about spraying cars again. I really look forward to getting jobs in the booth and trying new things. And I'll be honest with you, I've had this business now for 20 years, and yeah, Reese has been with me for about 4 or 5 years now, and obviously I'm blessed to be working with my son and to teach him and all the rest of it. But about a year before I started the channel, I wanted out of it. I'd had enough of it. I had no enthusiasm for it. I hated it and resented it, and it was ridiculous. Why would I do that? My head was just in the wrong place. I was in darkness. And the channel, and you know, the way it's grown, and meeting people, and I've made connections with people, and I've said it before and I say it again, I'll give shout out to the Trigger Man. We talk personally, and he made me see a lot of things that I couldn't see. I was blind to it, and he opened my eyes to a lot of things from observing, you know, my content and showing me what I had in front of me. And you know, that alone, and like I say, with everyone else's input and people enjoying and showing their appreciation for what I do, it's opened my eyes again. So thank you, God bless you all, and thank you for everything you've done for me since I've started this channel. And another thing it's done for me as a person, it's definitely changed me as a person. I've never been very sort of good at speaking in groups of people or speaking out loud. And it's definitely, you know, the voiceover part of it, to be honest with you, from doing this channel, has given me more confidence to speak out and speak in front of people. It's helped me to to teach Reese in a way, because I've never been a teacher of this job, and doing the voiceovers and showing people what I do, it's helped me to relay information better in a way to help to teach Reese, you know. So yeah, it's just positive all round. So I want to thank you. I want to thank God. I want to put it out there that I'm quite new to faith, and I believe in God and believe in Jesus Christ, and I believe the journey that I've been on since starting to believe that, you know, I know it's not for everybody. It's there for you to find. Everyone's got their own journeys, and the fact that I found faith in the last few years and the start of the channel, I believe it's all true, and it was all meant to happen. I had my eyes opened. I'm not here to preach or to try and convince anyone. Everyone's got their own opinions. All I can say is seek and you will find for definite. So I wish you all a prosperous 2026. This year it's all about positivity. I do struggle and I do take offence really easily. So this is areas we've all got, hidden areas that we need to work on, and we've all got internal worlds that we have conflict with, and yeah, we've all got battles. Life can be a struggle, and it can be one end of the spectrum to the other. It can be complete joy and bliss, and it can be complete darkness. So there's always conflict in our internal worlds, not the outside physical world, but there's always a battle going on. So there's always areas to work on, and I like the fact you know, this channel has highlighted areas that I need to work on. I always, especially with my paint spraying and my paint jobs, I take offence so easily, and I shouldn't do, and I take things the wrong way. So even the negative comments, you know, that I may get on the channel, initially when I'd get them and I'd just delete them, and yeah, some people were just negative for being negative, and that's, you know, I've got to accept that. Everyone's different. You know, we can't control how everyone is, and we're all unique. So that's beyond our control, you know. And these areas, you know, this is where I can learn patience and to be tolerant of other people's behaviours, because people have got stuff going on, and we don't see the full picture with what's going on in people's lives. So for me to take offence to comments, and I've always took offence to comments about my job, even from family members, and I take it the wrong way. So this is areas I need to work on, and doing this channel has highlighted these areas, so it's all good. But yeah, I've got some ideas for the channel to try and change it a little bit. I've had a few comments in the past about why don't I try salvage. You know, so I love watching salvage channels. You know, everyone knows, well, pretty much everyone will know Matt Armstrong's channel and all the success he's had with it, and its content's great. And there's a couple of others, Salvage Rebuild UK, English channel again, two guys from London area, and I absolutely love their channel, and they build, you know, they rebuild smashed, written off cars from Copart. They buy cars, and that's what they do for a living, and their channel has inspired me. So I've got some salvage coming up. I've bit the bullet. I've bought a car from Copart, hasn't arrived yet. I'm absolutely shitting myself and excited all at the same time. Does look quite bad. I'm really looking forward to it coming in. It should be turning up in the next week or so. Just fingers crossed it's not a load of hidden stuff, which there probably will be, but I'm prepared for it, and it is what it is. Whether I win or lose on it, it's going on the channel exactly how it is, exactly what I find, and whatever struggles or whatever things I come across with this vehicle, I'm just looking at it as a big learning curve. A learning curve on the buying of the salvage, a learning curve on the panel side, because I'm a painter by trade, and I'm a bit limited. I can do body repairs, but I'm not into the heavy structural stuff, and I've got some equipment,
to do heavy structural stuff. When I first started doing this job when I was 14 years old, the guy I worked for 6 years, he sent me to college on paint, and I done painting on my college course and got my certificates, my City and Guilds at college. But I learnt both with him, and then I was a painter for most of my career. Dabbled in little bits of panel from there on in, and then obviously being on my own, I've had to learn the panel side more, and I'm still learning, and I'm really getting my teeth into the panel side, and I want to be able to do heavier stuff and invest in equipment that can do heavier stuff. And I've been doing a little bit of welding over the last couple of years, and I'm getting to grips with that, and just slowly, bit by bit, building up my tools for that side. So the Copart car, salvage car that I've bought, that I'm going to be putting on the channel, it's just going to be a massive learning curve for me on the buy-in, what to look for, and like I say, learning again from YouTube, from other people that, you know, other channels like Salvage UK that do this for a living. I want to be able to take, you know, their experience, and I've been absorbing loads of their content, trying to find the best thing to buy, and I've just bit the bullet and I bought something on Christmas Eve, and I'm not going to tell you what it is or what the damage is or any of that. I'm going to do a video when I know it's coming, and I'll try and film the footage of it turning up, and exactly what I find on the day when it turns up. I've already pre-bought a load of panels that I know it needs already, so over Christmas I've gone out and got a good bulk of the panels that I know that I need, the bolt-on panels anyway. So I'm pretty set up with the panels that I need for it. So that's one thing that I'm going to try to diverse into with the channel over the next year, and see how it goes. And we're pretty busy. I've done a little bit of maintenance over Christmas and stuff like that. Got the place set up ready to go back to work. So a bit of a waffle on this one, really, bit of reflection of last year or so and how things have been going with the channel and the work and the business, and it's all good. I've got quite a bit of footage recorded, a fair bit, quite a few jobs, and I have a few paint jobs where I've been using the ETR additive on the Mipa water-based system, so it's their one visit additive. And I've been working with Mipa a little bit on this, the paint rep and the tech guys there. So I've recorded a few jobs, and there's been a bit of trial and error, but I haven't got permission yet from them. They don't want me to put it out there on YouTube at the moment, because they want to do some more testing themselves. But really positive, I've had some really decent results. It's been a learning curve, and yeah, I'm sure they will once they've sort of tested it. They've been cautious with it, because there was an early version of it that they tested about 3 years ago, this one visit modifier. And yeah, apologies if it's the first time you've seen my channel. I'm on Mipa water base. I use the whole Mipa system for all the paint applications in all my videos, so apologies if you're new to it and you don't know what I'm talking about. So Mipa have bought out like a couple of other paint manufacturers, they've bought out like a one visit additive to go in the base coat, so you can turn it from a 2-coat system to a 1-coat system. So I won't go into it fully, but I've recorded a few videos of it now, and yeah, I'm working with them. They're going to be doing some testing with it this month. And the paint rep I see just before Christmas come down and see a job that I've done with it, and we're sort of learning together on this. When it first came out and they tested it about 3 years ago, they weren't overall happy with how it was performing, so they haven't pushed it in the UK market yet. But apparently the paint rep said to me that the additive now has changed, so they never revisited it. They didn't want the headache and the comeback, and people with different, you know, not having ideal setups or having different spraying environments, that they could see some potential problems that it may cause. So they didn't push it out there. But the paint rep reckons that the additive has changed, so they've revisited it themselves now. And I'll be honest with you, it was this job that sparked it, really, because I thought this would have been all these applications, parts off the car, ploughing it all on there in one visit, the base coat would be a real time saver. So that's why I approached them for this ETR additive, and that's how we got talking, and they sent me some out. So it was, yeah, funny enough, without me thinking about it, it was this job that inspired me to reach out to them for this one visit additive, because I thought this situation, banging loads of colour fully over panels, would really suit, you know. So yeah, going back to it, they sent me some out, and yeah, the paint rep said that they visited it about 3 years ago. There were some things they weren't happy with, but they reckon it's been reformulated now, so they've now revisited it again since I've been playing about with it. They've had a little quick play with it themselves, and the paint rep said they've changed the formula of it, and it's a different product, and they've tried it and they were pleased with it as well. So I think that from an email that I sent with all the findings that I had from it, they've now they've booked a week, I think, in the middle of January, where they're all going to get together. They're going to go get this additive and go through the things that I found that could be potential issues with it, and some of the issues that I found. They're going to do the same. They're going to do testing, and they're going to come back to me and let me know the things that they've found with it, do's and don'ts. Without going too into it, I've got footage, like I say, of the issues as I go along with it. They're going to come back to me with their feedback as well, and we're going to work together on it. And if it's all good, hopefully they'll give me the green light to put these videos out there with all my findings with it. So that'll be another thing that may be coming in the future. I hope so, because I've got a lot of footage of it, and I don't want to waste that footage really. And yeah, I've had some good results with it. So there we go. I'm going to wrap it up here. Yeah, again, thanks for everyone contributing to the channel, and you know, every comment I read, I reply to every comment, and even if there's negative comments, I'm going to leave them in there for everyone to see, and I'm going to work on how I react to the negative comments, because I don't react very well to them. I take offence and I stew on them, and it's just stupid. Everyone's entitled to their opinions. Of course you're entitled to your opinions, and you're not going to agree with everything that I do, and vice versa, you know. So the best thing we can all do together, you know, as people and as human beings, is to hear people out, and I need to hear people's comments, and I need to hear people out as well. And there's been the odd time I've took offence, and then I've read it again, and I've read it a few times after, and I've actually seen their point of view and changed something that I may do. So yeah, let's all look for positives, and I hope you all have a positive 2026. And you know, if you're in this trade, you can relate to a lot of the issues that we all face. It can be you know, in any trade, in any job, it can be challenging, and it's good that we can face these challenges, and it's better to get it all off your chest, like I am a bit today, getting everything off of my chest, and yeah, get it off your chest with me as well, you know. And you know, putting our minds together is always a better way of trying to find solutions to issues. So yeah, thanks again for everything, and please, if you like my content and you're not subscribed to the channel, I don't say it enough, hit that subscribe and that like button, or the dislike button. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike. It shows engagement anyway, and hopefully my channel can pick up some momentum. Been a bit hit and miss with my content. I'm always going to try to get a video out every Saturday at around 6-7 o'clock. That's my aim, and if I can do more and do try and do some shorts if I can. Got some of those meta glasses as well, so I've been playing with them. I've struggled with those meta glasses. They don't agree with the LED lighting, so I get a lot of banding off of them, but I've found solutions around that. And yeah, you know, the editing side of this thing, I didn't have a clue when I started this channel how to record or edit or anything, so I've learned massively since doing this. So it's all about learning. That's all I want to do, you know. I'm going to be 50 this year. Maybe I should have learned a bit more when I was younger, but I was too busy going out and getting drunk and all that usual shenanigans. So that doesn't happen anymore. So this year's about learning and growing, really, and you've got to have, we grow in pain. I want to be out my comfort zone. So, you know, like I said earlier, with this salvage car, it's a bit out my comfort zone. And if we're sat in our comfort zones all the time, we just don't grow and we don't learn. So it's about pushing. I want to push myself, no matter how comfortable it is. It's always an opportunity to grow in pain. So there we go. Again, thanks for watching, really appreciate it. Look after yourselves and we'll see you again soon.
YouTube, so there we have it. Cheap Chinese aftermarket parts, all painted, and yeah, they're all right. They've come out okay, pretty clean. Yeah, not too much sinkage. I did put quite a fair bit of wet on there, just because there's so many sort of grinding marks and stuff where they try to finish off the metal being aftermarket parts, and they put that sort of electric coat over it. And when you sand through all that, you can see that they've been linishing off edges and stuff like that, little grinder wheels they've been using to try and make the stamping a bit better. So I put quite a heavy coat of wet on there, so I was expecting a bit of maybe dieback and a bit of drawback, but they've held up all right. Yeah, just to cover, try and minimise some of the sinkage from that. And I've done a little bit of nibbing in the wet on wet as well, just where I could sort of see a bit of sinkage and imperfections, just to try and make them a little bit nicer. But yeah, they're okay for aftermarket panels. They're a little bit ripply here and there, around the pressings and stuff. And yeah, a bit wobbly here and there. But they, you know, for what they are, they're going to look fantastic on his car. But he can't wait to get them on there, so fair play to him. When I see young lads wanting to do stuff to their cars, it reminds me of myself when I was a bit younger, always wanting to do stuff to my own car. The fact that he's turned a negative from having an accident in his car to, you know, turning it into a positive by using that opportunity to do some modifications to his car, take that off to him. So there we are. And yeah, M2 style bumper, like I say, they're not too bad. They're a bit all misshaped and stuff, but once it's on there, I'm sure it'll look fine. It comes with all the grills and everything to go in there as well. And he's trial fitted all them, so he's trial fitted it all as well. So he's gone the right way about it. And yeah, we've took the grills out and they fit okay, and they're all gloss black grills and stuff like that. So looking forward to seeing it, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's it for this one. Just a little video on painting some cheap Chinese replica parts. So thanks for watching, really appreciate it, and we'll see you again soon. Look after yourselves. Cheers.